What up, YouTube? It's your boy Keaty the Casual Gamer, man. College football 25. I got the early release. It's a banger, probably one of the greatest football games that I didn't play since I've been living all my 27 years of life, man. But today I'm starting this little journey, man. I got a dynasty league with my boys. He just sent me the invite, so let's go ahead and check that out because I'm anxious to see what it's like to start a dynasty. Right now, this isn't gonna be a rebuild or anything like that. This just gonna be, um, you know, choosing your favorite schools. Right, a majority of us choosing our alma mater. Of course, I went to West Virginia, so I gotta rock out with West Virginia. Looks like they're a ooh 3.5 star. I think they could have gave us a 4 star program, man. I mean, they got some schools on here. You got USC, 4 star, Utah, UTSA. You know what I mean? VTech. They got some schools on here. I thought VTech would have been a little bit higher than that too, but let's go ahead and jump straight into this, man. So you choose the head coach, right? So you want to create your head coach. Of course, I'm creating myself. You got a motivator, the recruiter, tactician, and everything. I'm really leaning towards recruiter because I feel like I got a senior quarterback, with Garrett leaving. I got a really my whole offensive line and everybody I feel like is senior, so I need to be able to recruit, you know what I mean, just to get some guys in there and be able to win in the future. Let's go ahead and get this name. Like same thing as always, man. You gotta customize your coach when you're in these dynasty leagues. I don't know if I wanna I was testing the game out and I really liked Arizona's playbook. I think Wake Forest got a nice one. Arizona got a nice one. Alabama's playbook is nice. I'm gonna drop a video on that too. My favorite playbooks. But right now I'm rocking with Arizona. And no, we're not running this 3-3-5 tight. Like, no, man. I'm a big, I like 4-3, right? I'm going 4-3 multiple. That way I can get different packages out there, alma mater. You know what it is, man. The Mountaineers. Now this one, your pipeline is essentially where your main area for recruiting is gonna be. And this, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm liking the you got Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, the Big Apple, Big Sky, Central Florida probably got some speedsters down there for sure. Colorado, East Texas, Hawaii. I don't know what it'd be out in Hawaii. They got a couple, they've had a couple good quarterbacks and receivers come out of Hawaii. Let me not say that. Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky. I mean, you're seeing it. Metro Atlanta. I feel like it's gonna be a ton of talent come out of Metro Atlanta too, man. Michigan got a lot of kids out of Detroit, Minnesota, Mississippi, country boys, Missouri, Nebraska, Nevada, New England. New England is that's a crazy one. North Texas. So they got some stuff on here, man. Southern California, I heard, was where you can get some really, really good quarterback talent, you know. But I kind of want to lean towards a part of me want to lean towards that East Texas region, just because I'm from East Texas, man. I'm from the southeast down here in Houston, but I don't know. I seen a video on Twitter. It looked like a lot of guys had that Arizona pipeline, and they were able to find some monsters. I mean, I don't know. They were able to find some monsters, and I feel like also being at West Virginia, it'd be kind of hard for me to get some guys that come all the way from Arizona to West Virginia. But like I said, man, I'm from Houston, so I gotta rock out with the Texas talent. So I'm going Texas, man. I'm going Texas. Adaptive AI. I think that's a new feature that they added in. So pretty much like if you're playing a game, right, versus your boy or somebody online, and they constantly throwing these RPOs and they just spamming it, the actual AI, the AI defenders will start recognizing the plays and they'll actually start jumping those routes, right? Which is huge. I've actually played a couple of games and they've crept up and helped me pick off a couple of those bubble screens and stuff. But probably could be a downside to it too, right? If they do a bubble and go or something like that. So I'm an aggressive playmaker, so I like to go aggressive style when I'm doing this. And no huddle style, I'm going aggressive on this too, man. If you playing in a couple of games that I played, if you get up there and you actually like get to the line fast, man, sometimes the defenders will actually stop. You know what I mean? Like, and they can't even like stand up. Like, they can't line up. So, that's been a problem for me. At least I'd say playing against some of my boys. Now, y'all see what I look like. I don't really know. I mean, they got a ton of different heads on here. Do I want to rock the? It's tough. Let's just go with him. Let's go with this guy right here. Want to rock the man bun? Ew, I don't want to go anybody house rocking a man bun. Let's go with this guy right here, man. So I see they also don't give you too many customization, options when it comes to your coaches. You know what I mean? So you just kind of gotta rock out with what they give you, at least for right now. I mean, they may add some extra gear. As you can see, you only got two options, a polo or a little sweater, but I'm gonna rock out with the sweater. Sweater for sure. And it's lit, man. I mean, okay, so here you got your screen where you got to sign your contract. And, I'm level one. It looks like my job security is safe. But based upon the record the last few years at West Virginia, man, we got to win. We got to win 7 games in order to keep that job stability up. So I'm assuming, 3-year contract, we don't win those 7 games. Year one, year two, we don't win. See ya, buddy. You're gonna get fired. So just go ahead and sign my name on that dotted line. And yeah, so this is where things can get lit, right? So let's just go ahead and go over to the coach abilities tab. So you see me, I'm a recruiter, of course. Let's check out my offensive coordinator. He's a master motivator. Let's check out his skills. Whoa, 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 wait a minute. He's got a D prestige. So passing game, he's got tier 2, run game, receiving game. Okay. Upgrades on the tier 2 for blocking on the lineman. So he's got some. Only thing that I don't like is that he doesn't have the quick recovery for the running backs. Cause I'm gonna give them running backs that ball, but I mean everything else is it looks pretty straight, man. Gosh, and then he's got a scheme guru. His prestige is a D minus. Oh, let's see what he got. What his abilities are. So he's got tier 3. Okay. Gonna need those defensive linemen in that Big 12. I need to get some sacks, man. All of this. Secondary got tier 2. And as far as I'm concerned, the way that they made this game this year, you can't actually go in here and buy, these upgrades for your offensive coordinators and D coordinators. So they actually have to go in and buy it themselves. Not buy it themselves, but they have to upgrade it themselves, apparently. So you just kind of got to monitor this here. So pass game defense, nothing deep. Okay, this is big. This is a big one right here to knock out. Ground and pound. I need that one a little bit. So that's big though. I don't really know which one I want to upgrade yet as a recruiter, man. I don't know if I need a, you know what I mean? Let's go look at this roster. Let's go take a look at my roster, man. Team depth chart. So, I mean, we got Garrett Green. He's gonna be a monster this year, but he's a senior, right? And then we got Nico. I'm not even gonna pronounce his last name. He's a redshirt sophomore, so he's really a junior. So after this year, he's only gonna have 1 year left. And then we got a freshman that's a field general, 74 speed. Both of these guys aren't speedsters like Garrett Green. So definitely gonna need, a new quarterback to come in and start the show. But I'm liking what I'm seeing at the running back position, right? CJ Donaldson, big back, could potentially have 2 more years out of him. got hella physicals. If you see right there, and arm bar balance down here, workhorse. So we gonna rely heavily on him. But I like the young guy right here, Jaheim White. He's nasty. He's nasty. A good little back, man. Good little back. Kind of remind me of like a Maurice Jones-Drew. You know what I mean? Except I'd probably say he's probably a little bit faster than Maurice Jones-Drew. So this guy right here, Hudson Clement. I mean, the receiver room is looking pretty good. I'm not gonna complain. The only thing is I wanna, in this dynasty mode, I wanna be able to air it out, right? So I wanna be able to air out the ball when I'm playing against, my boys and everything like that. So I kind of want to go and try to recruit some receivers. I heard you got some freaks on here, man. I seen a guy that had like 102 speed. I don't know if that's a glitch or what that is, but I'm looking for that 99, 101, 102 speed receiver. So I need that in order to be successful. Tight end position, I definitely need a tight end to stretch the field as well. I mean, we got some good blocking tight ends, but he's about to leave. He's gonna leave, so that's definitely, something that we're gonna need to upgrade for sure. Okay, let's check out this left tackle. Probably the best player on our team. Definitely the best player on our team. One of the best players on the game, actually. Top 100 players. But he's a senior, man. He's definitely going to the NFL. Probably will be a first, second round pick. You ask me, I think he'll be a first round pick. And then right after that, we got two seniors at that left tackle position. Ah, man. Another senior here at right guard. So it looks like we need a senior after, just like I was thinking, man. We got max seniors on this offensive line. So the whole offensive line got to get replaced. And I'm seeing three straight seniors here on the D line as well. Oh yeah, two seniors. Gotta win some games this year with these seniors in order to get some recruits, man. I'm seeing a lot of. We got a veteran team out here. Okay, we got a young linebacker. I like him, Trey Lathan. I like him, but could fill that up with a little bit more depth as well. So I see here early on we're having some issues with depth, man, on this depth chart. So I see linebacker. He's a sophomore. He could definitely develop him, but in speed, I want a fast linebacker. Like I like this 85 speed right here, but thing is, he's about to be gone, and he's actually my outside linebacker too. So okay, let's check out the corners. 87 speed. Got a couple junior. We got two seniors essentially. Here got a junior. Nice, pretty good speed right there at corner. This guy right here is a sleeper. I played with him too. He's definitely a sleeper in that slot position for sure. He's a sophomore, so he got time to grow and develop. Definitely gonna push him up into that starting role pretty soon. So what I'm seeing, man, is we got a lot of seniors on this team, and we really got a lot to rebuild. But another feature that they have, let's go ahead and jump into the recruiting board, man. So when we jump into this recruiting board, your prospect list, of course, they got the transfer portal and all of that. It actually show you where you need those defenders, like those players, I should say, not defenders. I need defenders, offensive line, quarterback. I need it all at this point. So team needs, and it's looking like we need every single position on the field. So boom, 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 man, and you got your pipeline, right? So your influence level, and this is also predicated upon your offensive coordinator, defensive coordinators, and I want to say just in general, I think they did a good job of just the actual players that have went to that university before, along with the guys that's on the team currently in the areas that those universities definitely excel in recruiting at. So Ohio is a big area for us. Florida is a big area for West Virginia. We had a couple, guys come out of Alabama. So I'm seeing Florida, Georgia, couple other areas, but it looks like Florida, Georgia, and then Virginia is a big, big area for us as well. So, gosh, we need a lot, man. We need a lot. We need a lot. Let's go ahead and start with this quarterback position, though. Let's see. So we got a 5-star scrambler out of Ohio that we need. Let's go and add him onto that list. So when you click it, you click and you target your prospects as well. You have, if you look up in the top right, you got 35 targets that you can target, right? 35 prospects that you can target. And every school has different recruiting hours that you could spend, in a week, um, just on those particular players. And let's go ahead and do that right now, actually. Let's go ahead and let's go back out. Let's back out, right? Because I want to be able to um a team, you need offensive linemen and everybody, man. But a quarterback is what makes your team go. And with my guy Garrett leaving, we're definitely gonna want to purchase, an advanced look, tier one at the quarterback position. That way we could take less time to get those guys fully scouted. Let's go ahead and check that out, purchase that, and you can come back in and once you win games and do certain things with the coaching, um, you know, goals and everything like that, XP goals as you see here. Let's just go into it real quick. So you get a couple players drafted, but that'll be after the season. You got game goals, right? It gives you certain XP for every time that you complete, a single one of these challenges, right? First down, fumbles, interceptions. So just play the game, man. Do what you do, win, and you're gonna get that XP points, right? But the highest level that you can go to as a coach is level 50. Right now I'm at level 1 clearly. So let's go ahead and do this. So, ooh, okay. So we got a 5-star off the bat. We got a 5-star quarterback out of Cleveland, Ohio. Nationally, he's the fifth ranked player in the country, number 1 in his state, number 2 his position, a scrambler, and we're in his top 5 interest already. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead and do some scouting on this guy. Night off. Oh my goodness. Hold on. And just like that, right? So we spent 20 hours recruiting this guy because I purchased the tier one, quarterback look for the coaching ability. And this guy got 93 throw power, 82 throw under pressure, 86 speed, 90 acceleration, 87 short, 82 mid, and an 85 thrown, and then an 86 break sack. And then it shows all of his abilities: magician, mobile resistance, option king, extent. I mean, this guy right here, it might be a protege, man. He might be legit, man. This is a pretty good quarterback right here, you guys. Me, so I'm gonna go ahead and offer this guy a scholarship, right? And that also counts towards your hours. So I had a couple of my boys, checking in with me, and they're like, "Man, I'm offering these guys, and I'm doing my recruiting and everything, and I still have 5 or 6 scholarships left, but it's not letting me offer them." Well, because every time you offer a guy a scholarship, it counts as 5 hours towards your recruiting. So you got to be careful, and you know what I mean. Watch that as you're recruiting and stuff. So I can't really do it until they advance the league because, like I said, this is an online dynasty. We're 32 deep. It's guys all over. We got a couple of us got the game early, but some of the other guys they didn't get it until tomorrow, which will be Friday, the actual release date. Um, but man, you can look right here. Like it gives you the action to DM the player, right? Search the social media, contact friends and families, and each one of these actually has a certain, I guess you could say, like leverage towards landing that player, right? So if you look on the right, that is what I was saying. Each player gets 50 total recruiting hours that you can spend per week. So each one of these actions that you have, right? The search the social media is like 5 hours. DM the players like 10. The contact family and friends is 25. And then of course the send the house is the full 50 hours. So you're pretty much pitching, you're sending everything that you got. And I'm gonna let you know right now, this guy right here, we're sending the house off the rip. He had us in his top 5 interests. It looks like a great quarterback to bring in and replace Garrett. So we're gonna send the house, but you see his motivations on the right. So we, you know, our academic, those on the right are actually what we have, at the school as well, right? So you have the motivations. We don't know his intentions just yet, right? His academic prestige, grade. He might say, hey, I want to go to a school that's got an A+ academic prestige. Well, right there, we got a C- grade. So we're not the best, but we're not the worst either. But athletic facilities, we got a B-. You guys can do some, deductive reasoning here, right? Yeah, yellow is good, is okay. Green is good. I'm assuming if you got anything below a C-, it's probably gonna be red or orange, I think was the color that they used this year. So I know I'm kind of in the way right there in the bottom, but you guys see the academic prestige, the coaching stability, right? We got a couple of things on here, right? Our stadium atmosphere is at a B+, and proximity to home. So if this guy, his intentions are to be very close to home, and your actual team, your school's grade aligns with what his intentions are and his motivations for playing, then the higher you are to landing this player, right? So right here, we're in his top 5 already. I don't know why that chart showing we're outside his top 8 is. It doesn't make any sense. It's probably a glitch in the game. But the closer and closer that you get to this, you want to be able to be in their top 5, and then you want to get in that top 3, right? Because most likely those guys end up committing to you once you get in their top 3. And once they commit, they're verbal commits, and the player could flip. But from what I've been hearing, and the other dynasty mode that I did, I wouldn't say that that's highly likely. You know what I mean? That's not highly likely. So definitely something like that is cool, man. But overall, that's just what you got to do. You got to come down here and fill up your full list of whatever prospects that you want to fill up. You know, athletes. You got actual. Matter of fact, this is another cool feature that I also seen on that I want to add here. You could actually customize. So if you look in the bottom left, you're on Xbox, you hit Y, PlayStation, you hit triangle, and you can actually search. So let's say I'm looking for a receiver, right? And they also have the player types. They have deep threat, route runner, physical. You can use any. I want a deep threat receiver on my team. I don't care what state he's from. Uh, Matter of fact, I don't care if he's a 1 star, 2 star, 3 or 4. So I'm gonna leave that down at 1. No height requirements. You could change the height from 5'5", all the way up to 6 foot, 7 foot. If you find a 7 foot deep threat receiver, please tell me what state he was in, because I need one of those. I've never seen one like that before since Calvin Johnson, but I don't even think he was 6'7". Felt like he was 6'7" on the field. So you can change the weight if you want a big body receiver, a small guy, whatever it is. All of that handiness, it doesn't matter. Interest in your school, you can have it to where the guy's got your school as his top school, top 3, top 5, top, you get the gist of it, man. Just play around with the settings, but let's just go ahead and do this, right? So boom, we can see here, right? Let's just take this guy for instance, 5-star recruit, Dylan Jasper out of Plano, Texas, right? 6'3", 187 deep threat. So also, if you see this handshake right here, man, and it's got a big old red, deal. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's go ahead and hide myself so you guys can see this. Let's go ahead and do this right here. So you see this deal breaker right here on the bottom right. If your school does not meet what that guy wants, that prospect wants, then it's gonna be an automatic deal breaker, and he will not look at that school, right? So clearly, we have a C- coach prestige because I just got there, man. I haven't won any games. He doesn't know what's going on, right? So he needs somebody that's got a little bit more stability than won some games before. So I have a C-. He needs a B-. So I can't even talk to this guy. I'm locked out of it, right? This other guy right here, Sean King, deep threat out of Louisiana. and he wants brand exposure. He wants so brand exposure is essentially like the NIL for CFB 25, and that's pretty much predicated upon how many TV games that you have scheduled, right? How big of your school's influence is. So I would say first year, man, a lot of you guys that those guys that want those big brand exposure, especially if you're doing a smaller rebuild school than a West Virginia, because it's really in the rebuild. You're gonna have some issues getting those guys, right? It's a deal breaker. You'd have to win a couple games and then schedule some big time games on TV and then win those in order to boost your brand exposure. But we could go here, right? We got a deep threat out of Watkinsville, Georgia. Jamarcus Vance, and you see here his proximity to home. So he needs a B minus. We got a B. So we fit the criteria of what he's looking for, right? And then also our pipeline is, tier two, right? A silver. So we got a pretty good pipeline in this Georgia area. And Turbin up here as well as another guy, 6'4". Sheesh, 6'4" versus a 6'2". I might, you know what? I'm gonna look at one Turbin. Let's go ahead and put him on that recruiting board, right? So we come down here and we can see, he's out of Florida. You know what I mean? And his top 8 interested schools, he's got Florida State and Florida at 1 and 2, and then Alabama 3. So this is gonna be a tough one for us to land. You know what I mean? Just off the fact that the kid's from Florida, right? And then he's got a deal breaker. His deal breaker right here at the bottom is he needs pro potential. We have a B. He needs a B minus. So we fit the criteria, right? We could get you to the pros at receiver at West Virginia, man. But you got some tough comp with Florida and Florida State right there. And then I'd probably say Alabama's the sleeper school that you'd have to watch out for this kid. But let's go ahead and spend some recruiting hours and just see what he's got here. So, oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that right there. That's what I've been waiting on, man. I knew I was gonna find, a 99 speed. It just so happened I found it in this video. But this is what I'm talking about. If you go down into certain areas in recruiting, right? In the Florida area, the Central Florida, South Florida area, the East Texas, the Metro Atlanta area for speed and certain recruits, and the Southern California area they have on the game is traditionally looked at as a great area for quarterback talent. This is what you're gonna get, just like in real life. So down in Florida, man, they got those speedsters. This guy right here is a freak of nature. We got a 99 speed, 96 acceleration. The deep route, we could work on all that, man. 99 speed, we just work on that release. Get you a good enough to release where you could blow past the corners. And this is a problem. You know what I mean? You pair this with a quarterback that's got great throw power, a good offense line, and you get you a nice scheme where you could get him singled up over that corner. They're gonna have to respect it, and that can open up, the run game and a lot of other things for us on the offensive end. And he also got a couple of mental abilities along with, some physical abilities too. So recoup, he kind of gains his energy back faster. Takeoff, you guys know what that means. And I mean, it's a great thing to have in the game. Great thing to have in the game. I feel like this guy right here, my boy that's got Florida right now, he probably licking his lips because he hadn't recruited this guy yet. But when he sees it, it's gonna be a problem. But I'm gonna go ahead and offer this guy because, man, look, we're here for you, right? We got what you want, man. We got what you want out here in West Virginia. We're changing it up, and we're gonna make some things shake. You know what I mean? But hey, this just the beginning of this journey, man. I just wanted to tap in with y'all and let y'all know I'm gonna post a video every week, right? Of my journey. This is a real online 32 team dynasty mode with real comp. I'm not playing the computer. You're gonna watch me win some games. You're gonna watch me lose some games, win some recruits, lose some recruits. But that's what it's about, man. You know what I mean? That is what college football is about. and I'm loving this game so far. So yeah, man, y'all stay tuned. Um, for the next couple of videos that I'm gonna end up dropping. But in the meantime, feel free to comment down which areas you want to recruit, right? You want to be a head coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, whatever it is. So you just got to make sure that everything lines up the way that you want it to be. And I believe that this game gives you that ability to do that and do whatever you want, man. If you want a quarterback that's a left-hander, that's 6'5", he's a scrambler, you could go find that. You can just go through the filter search and find it. So it gives you a lot of freedom to do what you want and build the team however you want. But it's also a challenge, right? You're not gonna be able to get every single recruit, just like in real life, man. So yeah, y'all enjoy that, man. Y'all enjoy the game. And just tune in and watch this when you got some free time, man. But yeah, until the next video, peace and love.